Hello, today I'm trying some mixed media. I've always wanted to try it, so I'm going to give it a go. I've already done talking through this whole video, and the camera cut off half of what I was doing, so I just decided forget it, I'll just do a voiceover instead. So I think you're supposed to use, well, a lot of people use gesso, I don't have any, so acrylic white paint is fine, or black, whatever colour you want to start with, and the modelling paste. So I used the modelling paste with a stencil. I did one coat and then let it dry overnight, and then this is me doing another coat, and it came out really nice. And then instead of waiting for hours for it to dry, I just used the heat gun. And this is the part that I'll cut out, like when I was gluing everything down and choosing what to put on, but well, what can you do? So once everything's stuck down and you've got everything you want, just start painting everything white. That'll start your base. And then after that's done, do a bit more layering with different bits. I tried to cut as much out as I could because I don't want it to be like a 12-hour video, but it's still pretty long. I was really nervous to try this mixed media, and I've watched lots and lots of videos, so I just thought I'm just going to go for it. It's actually really enjoyable. I had a good time once you get started. I think the thing is, I get nervous because I know the camera's filming, but then I forget that it's not live. So if it turns out a disaster, I can always get rid of it. Nobody needs to see it. It's one thing I keep forgetting. So once you decide what colours you're going to go for, I use watercolours, just a wee cheap palette I got off of Amazon. But they're good paints. So I just chose purple to start with, because I like purple. And then I mixed blue, and I think I mixed a little purple in that as well to make it a bit darker. For some reason there's two like kind of teal blues in that palette, I don't know why, it's a mistake obviously. And then I had a face primer, and it smells awful, so I thought I'm not going to throw it out, I'll use it for my paint. So I used that instead of a spray bottle of water, and that turned out quite good. And then we moved on to pink. The other thing is, because it's watercolour, if you don't like the colours you chose in the first place, you can just paint white again and then go over it. It's all really a bit layering. Just keep layering up, drying it, layering it up and drying it. It looks tedious, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was good fun. It's nice to see what it's going to turn out in the end. And then your brain's whirring, thinking, oh, I could use this, I could use that. I got the tip when I was watching videos to put a lot of darker colour behind the main thing in your picture. It makes it stand out better. I really didn't have a set idea of what I was doing. I just thought I'll use the colours I like and then we'll see how it goes, and if it's a disaster then I'll just paint over it and start again. I know at the minute it looks like if I could always get a hold of the paints and just went mad with all the different colours, but it will come together in the end. It's a shame because the camera just doesn't pick up how nice the colours are. They're absolutely gorgeous. They really are very vibrant. And now I'm using some, it's actually fabric paint. But I figured it's shiny, I'm going to give it a go. The fun with this is you can use your fingers, use paintbrushes, use sponges, and just keep layering and layering until you get the effect you want. Like underneath the paint, I've got the paste, and when you put the silver or the blue or anything that's shiny on it, it stands out. The camera's going to switch from my phone to my Panasonic Lumix, and you'll see the difference. The camera is not very good. So now I'm using the nail polish, kind of like a glue, and then I'm putting just loose glitter on. You can see the texture where I've put on the shimmery paints. It really looks good. I'm very happy with it. I found some old shimmery eyeshadows and I've seen people use them on cards, so I thought I'm going to use these as well, see how that goes. Rub them in. It'll only add effect, even if it doesn't look good, you can always cover it up. But that actually turned out quite nice. So I used 3 different eyeshadows, a purple, a pink, and I'm not really sure what colour that one is. Mauve or no, I don't know. Anyway, while I was doing all this, I'm thinking to myself, what else have I got I can use? After I did the eyeshadow, I moved on to gems. Gotta have gems, nothing's good without gems. I was thinking, if the weather gets better and it's nice and dry, I can maybe take it outside, and because I've got quite a few spray paints. They're for fabric, but they'll do fine on cards as well. I've got some fluorescent ones. I'd really like to try them. It's weird, once you start doing this, it's like your brain is constantly thinking, what can I do this on? What can I do this on? I could make cards, journals. I'm going to put a frame on this and actually hang it on the wall because I like it that much. So after the gems, I did some more nail polish. It's a dried up one, so just kind of using it as glue. And I've got tubes of glitter glue, which are quite watery and they don't stick very well, so I thought if I use the nail polish first and a little bit sticky base and then put that on top, then hopefully everything should stay in place. I added some burgundy nail polish to the butterfly, make it stick out a bit more. As I said, with this anything goes, use whatever you have in the house. The strange thing is I took 3 pictures, well I've uploaded 3 pictures, but I took about 20 million pictures, and every one, the picture of what I've made looks totally different. It's so bizarre. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment, like and subscribe. Cheerio!